Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we're going to be talking to the CEO of Asian Mint. She's not just feeding people, she's feeding souls. That's just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I have to confess, one of my favorite restaurants in DFW is Asian Mint. They have several locations, and the CEO and founder of Asian Mint is in studio, Nikky Phinyawatana. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, and sawadika.
Well, I'm starstruck because your food is just, it's addictive. It really is. I think after you dine there, you might need to go to rehab. It's that addictive. In fact, we ordered some DoorDash when she started to describe her menu. We ordered some DoorDash, so that should be here momentarily. Let's talk about the very beginning. How did this all start?
Wow. How far do we want to go back? I guess just the restaurant life. We have been around now here in the Dallas area for going on 17 years. So in 2004, I decided to open a restaurant that represented me. I'm from Thailand. My husband's also from Thailand. And we're like, you know what? We need to represent Thai food in the best light. Clean, fresh, awesome ingredients, minimal flavoring that really showcases everything in a nice, white, clean restaurant so you can see, hear. Because if you used to go to Thai restaurants back in the day, it's dark, dingy, you walk out smelling like fried food.
I remember.
And we're like, We're like, no, we need it. I need to represent Bangkok style cuisine, the way food that I grew up with, and let's share it here in the Dallas.
Was it an instant hit? 2004, you go back to the early days.
We were really, really lucky. We were listed as the top 10 best new restaurants of 2005.
Wow.
So yes. It was awesome. We were feeding 40 people one night, and the next day after the guide came out, back in the day when we had the weekend guide, we were serving 250 people. I was calling in all my relatives and friends to say, hey, we need somebody to bus, bar, like, who the hell knows what's going to go.
Well, and the awards keep coming. We're going to put up on the screen a number of awards, including D Magazine, DCEO. Wow, look at this. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. That's got to feel good.
It does. It really does. It makes me feel like, people are, latching on to the whole idea of enjoying life. Mm-hmm. I'm all about inspiring people through food, culture, and travel. And when somebody writes about you and get to share, your voice and your vision even more, it's extremely inspiring for me.
Okay, and it grew from just one restaurant concept to, let's go ahead and put the map up. You've got 4 now?
Yes, I love this map. I've never even thought to do this.
That's really, and I love the way it's spread out, because there's really something for everybody. Now, how much time do you spend at the locations? Are you pretty active in the business, or?
I'm active in the business. I don't spend a lot of time in the restaurants anymore. I'm all about growing my people. Most of my staff have been with me 5, 10, 15 years, and I always tell them, like, hey, you got to push me out so that you can move up, and they're like, okay, we're on that,
I love that, and that's the kind of CEO that I want to be. I want to be a visionary CEO who's not in there running the day-to-day.
Mm-hmm.
And it saves, your genius is your creativity. In fact, you guys had to get very creative during COVID, so let's talk a little bit about that. Because it was scary if you look back on the first days of COVID, especially for restaurants. So how did you guys pivot?
We pivoted, 360 degrees 5 times over, something like that. And we when the news came, right, they didn't even know, are we going to still be able to serve or not? But at the end, they said, okay, we're just going to shut down the dining room. Everybody remembers that. And we're like, okay, how can I still feed hot food? I need to still feed people with hot food. Takeout is great, but it's just not the same. So we started creating chef meal prep kits where people could make pad thai in their own home, get to smell it, get to hear the sizzle, taste the flavor, and really enjoy it like hot out of the wok. It's just, you know, it's a different feeling, a different flavor. And that came also a sauce line that we created so people can be very creative. And I started doing virtual cooking classes online, and that is so much fun because now I get to be in your kitchen and not just in Dallas.
And and you're
awesome.
a natural. We've got one of your YouTube videos queued up. Let's go ahead and play that now.
Thank you.
Today we're gonna make green papaya salad. We're gonna start off with our sauce. First ingredient is our garlic that's been minced, our Thai chili, we have fresh lime juice, fish sauce, tamarind juice, palm sugar that's been shaved. We're gonna stir that until the palm sugar has melted. We're then going to add green papaya with a little bit of shaved carrots for beautiful color, long green beans that have been cut 1 inch, tomatoes that have been sliced, roasted peanuts, and dried shrimp. We're then going to toss all of this in the sauce. And you want to hit the back of it with a large spoon or your spatula just to release all the juices from the tomatoes. Here you go, or green papaya salad.
Wow. While we were watching that, I asked Nikki, I said, hey, you had to have that professionally filmed. She says, nope, it's just me and my associate and 2 iPhones. That was really well done.
Thank you.
Is that fun? Do you think about, okay, what am I going to do next week? Is that?
I do. Yeah. I have a lot of fun with that.
That's awesome. Now, you're also doing these kind of virtual learning events, almost corporate team building events.
I do, and we've done so many, and everyone has had an amazing time where you get to connect with all of your coworkers all around the world because everyone's kind of like stay at home.
Right.
And they have a fabulous time. And you know when you take somebody out of their comfort zone and make them make a pad thai at home, and they'll be like, what, I'm going to do this, and they do it, and they're like, yes. Awesome.
And it's brilliant for team building because, you know, we hear on the news all the time Zoom fatigue, or the employees are just really tired of the same old, and then you have this cooking event and everybody's laughing and creating together. I want to transition to Nikky Feeding Souls because I see your t-shirt, Feed Your Soul. Tell us about Nikky Feeding Souls.
So Nikky Feeding Soul kind of came out right around 2019. I told myself I'm done having kids. I've had 2 kids. Technically with all the restaurants, that's 6 kids. And I said, I need to do something else. I want to be creative and birth this brand where I really went on a mission and soul searching on what is the legacy I'm going to leave for everyone and especially for my kids. And I want to be known for the person who inspires people through food, culture, and travel, and particularly Thai, because I'm Thai, and really want to put Thai food on the map. It's just one of those things wherever I talk about it, I know even just one person sitting in the restaurant at the bar, and they tell me all the time, Nikki, I come and eat here because I love your food, but I actually love you because you inspire me to live out my dream.
Yes.
So it's pretty awesome.
And you have this very zen energy about you. It's not just your amazing outfit, but just you're very calm and serene, and I can see how this work that you're doing on the side is really your purpose. We've only got a minute left. What would you like to leave the audience with? What are some lessons you've learned in life or things that you'd like to pass on to people?
Wow. That's such a big
That's
question.
a big question. I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
What do I want to leave behind? Well, I really want everyone to be inspired and live their dream. You know, we only have one life, one chance. And if you need a little help, you know, tune in to my show and your show too. I love watching your shows.
Thank you. You're very kind.
It's just one of those things that, you know, we don't wake up energized
Yes.
every day. And then during a time like this, we all need to be inspired. And if we continue to pass along positive, motivational energy, I think we would all be in a beautiful world together.
She's got the recipe, I'll tell you that. We've got a couple of websites. We're going to start with AsianMint.com. There you go. That's her for-profit website. And then NikkyFeedingSouls.com is her, I'll call it your passion project.
Yes,
So
that's the perfect way to say it.
Please follow her on all her social media and contact her for corporate Zoom events, because I think that's absolutely brilliant.
Catering,
Yes, everything.
in-home dining
Yes.
events. I would do all of those. I need to connect. I need to connect.
And we're wrapping it up because I'm hungry and DoorDash is almost here.
I love it.
Nikky, you're awesome. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Khop khunค่ะ
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.